Doesn't matter how you did business online last year.
Blog.
Interruption marketing is dead.
Interactive.
The blog has become my fastest way to test.
Last year's history.
Blog Interactive 360, presented by RPM Success Group.
Okay, and just we talk briefly about video. We know the viral videos from YouTube going all over the web, and it's just creating a big stir. Besides, you know, the funny videos that we like to pass on to our friends,
right.
How can we maybe capture a little mind share with this as marketers in promoting our business?
One thing we like to talk about, and at RPM Success Group, our tagline is learn, laugh, and profit. So we're real big proponents of make them laugh, entertain them. Like, don't just bore them with content. So if you can make them laugh just in any way that you can, whether it's a little shtick that you do, or whether it's actual humor, or you have some type of comedy script, then great, because now they're laughing and learning, and that's something that they want to pass on, because they know they're not just passing it on to a friend to bore them to tears. They're saying, hey, this couple's funny, and they're actually teaching some good stuff. So you want to be yourself. You want to interject humor, and that's fine. And if you want to be entertaining or have like a shtick, I mean, we see people on YouTube all the time that it is, and YouTube for us, we love, say, Ask a Ninja. You saw that video on there that we had played. That's the comedy break. But you think about with work, how many people are passing on in the workplace more humor, more funny stories, or inspirational stories, or things that made them cry? Why? Because they're bored or they're frustrated, whatever it is at work. So that's why that's so viral, because you've made them laugh. But if you can do that, if you can just take that concept, break it down into its components, what's the principle behind it, and you could put it in a business podcast, make them laugh or inspire them, make them cry, or something to get their heartbeat. Trigger that emotional heartbeat, and that's that whole Davik
you don't want to get hung up
psychological
on
principles we were talking about.
Just education,
right?
Right. And as business owners, you know, it's either informing or educating or marketing to. And if you think about, like Deb just said, focus on emotion, it's a different mindset. And again, that's what we help our clients in Blog Interactive 360 really master, is shifting the mindset, because again, it's that upgrading the software, that it doesn't necessarily, in order to build the list, in order to attract people to the business, you don't always need to be talking about your business directly, or even things that would apparently have to do with your business. You're generating interest, and it's emotionally based. So then that emotional based connection begins with, it could be entertaining, it could be humorous, like Deb said, it could be extremely generous, whatever your style is. You want to do something that's natural for you. And for those of you who have real businesses and you can either outsource or employ, it doesn't even need to be you doing the podcasting. So you could take a style like you're using right now. You could act as a reporter, like you are, Howard, where it's not even you generating the content. You're sharing the information that other experts and other people that you have contact with and connections with. You're sharing that with other people.
So now, and here's the thing is, if you share with, like, because right now, that right there alone, for your listeners, if they take that one principle alone and say, how can I make them, how can I make my podcast emotional and trigger the emotion so that it's viral? That secret alone will differentiate your clients and your readers from everyone else who hasn't heard that. So think about this, Howard, if you give them something that's so valuable that they're like, this is fantastic, what do you want to do with good information? You want to share it to your friends, because it's like, hey, look at what I found. And people like finding things that are gems. And people like bragging about that. It's like when they get a new car, they like to talk about their new car. It's the same thing with information. If you go to social parties with the affluent, that's something where they're sharing the things that they're learning. So the things that is in their mind, that's intellectual property. So if they can share something that they know is good and is going to help your business, then they'll share it. So if they're sharing your content, this is where the viral campaign happens, because and that's the key, is to provide them something so valuable that someone says, oh, I've got to share this, and do it in somewhat of an entertaining manner. You know, you don't have to be a comedian, but don't bore them to tears either, and don't just give them strict information, you know, boring old blah, blah, blah. You know, make them laugh a little, make them smile.
Right. Well, I wanted just to sum it up for the viewers and just sort of give them an overview of what Blog Interactive 360 does and what you can do for clients.
Blog Interactive 360 is designed for business owners and marketers, and it's designed to help them master the new media marketplace. To put it simply, new media marketplace, again, being comprised of the interactive medias of blog, podcast, vlogging, wikis, the power of RSS, harnessing that, putting e-zines or newsletters on autopilot, tagging, all the social networks. All these things work together to create what we've put together as a new media marketing matrix, so that there's all these multiple sources of inbound traffic, highly targeted traffic that is comprised of people, and remembering that it's about people, participation, and persuasion, that these people are coming in, they're going to already have an immediate affinity to you, and then you're building a relationship, and you're taking the relationship to the next level through various activities. So you're not just asking them to land at your blog and that's it, because that's what blog evangelists that's what they advocate, and that is where we differ with blog evangelists who just want to have people adhere to the rules of the blogosphere. And the only rules that you want to adhere to, again, is don't interrupt, and then focus on people, participation, and persuasion, and you'll be ahead of the pack already. So.
Great. Thanks, guys, for sitting with us and sharing your views and your content with us. And once again, that's JP and Deb Mysick. Why don't you tell us?
Misak.
It's always butchered. Misak is the right way.
Potato.
All right. Well, signing off, this is Howard Tiano in Baltimore, Maryland at the Internet Marketing Main Event 2. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Aloha.
Doesn't matter how you did business online last year.
Blog
Interruption marketing is dead.
Interactive.
The blog has become my fastest way to test.
Last year's history.
Blog Interactive 360, presented by RPM Success Group.
Congratulations, you've just completed another excursion into coaching excellence. Now, dedicate 5 minutes to take action on what you just learned. Remember, the simplest way superachievers get more accomplished faster is by taking some type of action, large or small, immediately after learning something new. Now, if this session has stimulated a new idea and you'd like to strategize on how to use it to take your business to the next level, take a moment right now and schedule a private coaching session with an RPM Success Coach. Stay in touch by visiting our coaches online at businessownerscoachingclub.com.